up with you, Joanna? Why do you suddenly spill red wine all over me? I just bought this new dress for the wedding today.
Shut up. You're useless to us. You're an eyesore, so I had to pour my wine on you. And you shouldn't even be here.
But I did what you asked. I got the things you wanted. You told me to get cigarettes during the wedding, so I did. I just got back from the nearest gas station.
Well, you came back too soon. I wanted you to be gone longer.
What do you mean? You always tell me to hurry up. Today is the CEO's wedding, so I didn't want to be away for too long. I thought it'd be wrong to be away from my seat, so I went quickly.
Why do you think I left the wedding? I wanted one less rival during the bouquet toss. But now that you're back, sending you out was pointless.
Oh, for the bouquet toss. Wait, you're trying to catch the bouquet today?
Of course I am. This year I'll turn 34. Before I become a single woman, I need to find a man to marry. That's why I want to catch the bouquet tossed by the CEO's wife. Grabbing it will bring me luck to find the man of my dreams this year.
So that's why you spilled wine on my new dress.
Well, this is a crucial moment in my life. This is my CEO's wedding, and everything today is significant. All the company's employees are here, along with customers. Even younger CEOs from other companies I'm aiming at are present. I need to show off by catching that bouquet in front of them.
So that's what you want?
The main guy I'm eyeing is the young CEO of Better Life, our new business partner. When I first saw him, my heart raced. I knew I had to see what it'd be like to be married to him.
Marry him?
That's why. Once I catch that bouquet today, I'll get closer to him. I'm sure he'll see it all happen, and then I'll start my plan of talking to him. If I can get him to notice and talk to me, he'll be mine. Since I'm a strong adult woman, a younger man like him would love to marry me.
So that's the whole point of you trying to eliminate the competition? Sorry to say, tossing wine all over me isn't something I'll let you get away with. If you wanted me out of the bouquet toss, you should have talked to me face to face like a real adult.
Shut up! You're a useless woman. Since this wedding started, I could tell you'd be a problem for me. Even though you're lower in the company, you act like you're better. I won't let you think you can have that young CEO instead of me. Since the start of this wedding, that young man has been watching me a lot. At first I thought he was becoming interested in me, but then I felt he was looking at you instead.
Is that so? I guess I never noticed him looking at me.
Well, that's because you're still young and naive. Not only can you never get anything done right, but even when asked to buy me cigarettes, you did it too quickly. If you grab the attention of my young man again, I'll reduce your pay.
What? There's no way you could get away with something like that. And I'm telling you, I'm not trying to get with that man.
Then, if you want me to trust you, leave this wedding. Especially now that you're covered in red wine, there's no point in you sticking around and ruining the vibe. A useless girl like you needs to go home. Having a disgusting subordinate like you head home is not a problem for the rest of us.
You better not mean any of that, you old hag.
Huh?
Whoops. I accidentally used a not-so-nice word to describe you there. But even using that word hasn't subsided any of my anger. I suppose I really am at my limit with you. I can see that recently you've been a bit rude around me. But to think that, on a day as important as this, you'd stoop so low. I can't believe you think you have the right to toss me out of my own dad's wedding.
Huh? Your own dad?
Today is the wedding of the CEO of the company I work for. But that also means today is the day of my dad's wedding. I had been looking forward to this day, but now you've gone and ruined that for me.
Huh? Wait just a second. What do you mean by your dad's wedding? Are you actually the daughter of this company's CEO?
Yes, I am his daughter. When I was born, my mom passed away during childbirth. Ever since then, my dad was a single father doing everything he could to raise me well. Running a huge company while caring for me was a tough task for him. Thankfully, after all that, he has finally found another woman to marry. As his only child, I was looking forward to celebrating that for him. But because of you, Joanna, everything is ruined.
You're lying, right? I never heard from anyone that you were the CEO's daughter.
Well, My dad told a lot of top-level people to keep it quiet and let me do my job like everyone else. Being known as the CEO's daughter would have created unnecessary stress. So, from a young age, it was made sure that I was raised with the best education. But all I wanted was a job here and to be treated the same as everyone else for the time being.
Are you serious then?
So, I ask that even though you know about me being his daughter now, keep it a secret from everyone else. If you can do that for me, then I'll keep you spilling wine all over me a secret between us.
Wait, really?
Don't get the wrong idea about this, okay? This is all to make sure that my dad's wedding is not ruined today. If everyone learned that the CEO's daughter had wine intentionally spilled on her, it would make this one of the worst days of my dad's life.
Oh, well,
All I have to do is get myself into a new dress. Now I'm going to get myself a new dress to change into. Since that will take me some time, I won't be able to take part in the bouquet toss. So go ahead and try with all your might to grab that bouquet.
1 week later. Hey, Emily. If you have time, what do you think about getting lunch together today? I actually have a restaurant that I'd really like to go and eat at.
Why are you asking me that out of nowhere? You never once invited me out to lunch before. And where did calling me a useless subordinate go?
Oh, come on now. Since when did I ever call you a useless subordinate, Emily? I would never call someone as important as my coworker something like that.
Ha!
Well, once you finish up whatever work you have this morning, give me a call or text. I'll do my best to match my timing with you, and we can both go out to eat. But I wonder if the restaurant I want to go to will be okay. It's going to be one of those general lunch places that everyone goes to during work, so that doesn't seem fit for the CEO's daughter.
I really want to know what's going on here. If you're trying to get on my good side now, you're too late. Just because of that wedding doesn't mean everything you did to me in the past has disappeared.
What? I'm not trying to get on your good side. I just want you and me to have a little time together since I'm your boss.
Well, if that's the case, I'd rather not worry about any of that. And anyway, I'm already eating my lunch as we speak.
Huh. Oh, is that right? Then I guess I'll take my lunch now and come see you. Can you tell me where you're eating right now?
No, thank you. I don't want you here.
Well, if you're going to be that cold, I'll tell you the truth. I actually have something I'd like to talk to you about. I have a small problem going on, and leaving it as is will make it hard for me to focus on my work. So, I need to talk to a splendid subordinate like you about everything that's bothering me.
You have a problem?
If I'm unable to focus on my tasks and do my best with my work, this company could face some problems, right? And that would make your dad very upset about the state of his company. As the daughter of the CEO and my subordinate, I'd appreciate it if you could listen to me.
Well, if that's all you want, tell me now. I'm not interested in having lunch together with you.
Come on. You're being too stubborn, Emily. I'm just asking you to hear me out about a couple of things. But if you say you'll listen now, I guess that'll do. What I want to ask from you is that you become my Cupid to help me with my love.
Huh. And what does that mean?
I'd like you to help me get even closer to the young CEO of Better Life. I never caught that bouquet at the wedding last week, so I never had a chance to get close to him then. But if the daughter of this company's CEO becomes my friend, then I might have a chance. So, to ensure that he and I can become a couple, come and help me.
Huh.
At that wedding for your dad last week, he and that young CEO seemed to get along really well. So, there's no way, as his daughter, you can't help me get closer to that guy. I'd like to ask that, using your influence, you help introduce me to a man like him. And in that way, you'll be helping me get married to him.
I will not help you in any way with that.
What, Emily?
If you had some issue related to work, I wouldn't mind helping, but I have no interest in your private life. You are free to be upset about whatever happens at home, but when you're in the office, you should be focused on your work at hand.
Hey, hold on, Emily. What do you think you're doing saying no to your boss's request?
With what you had just been asking from me, there was no relation to us being boss and subordinate.
Huh? You stop right there. I am asking for your hand in all of this, so don't think you can talk back to me. I don't care that you are the CEO's daughter. You cannot speak to me that way.
I'm not acting this way because I'm his daughter, though.
You are. You're acting like a stuck-up jerk right now because of your status. Listen, Emily. Even if you are the daughter of the man that runs this company, you are still my subordinate, and I can ask what I want from you. And I'm sure you understand that you must always do what your boss asks from you. If you don't want me to go back to the days of me calling you useless, then you'd better listen to me. I want you to use your influence as the CEO's daughter to make sure that I meet the love of my life and marry him.
No, you don't have any rights to force me do that. I won't goodbye.
The next day,
Even if she were to show you to me, I'd never go out with someone like you.
huh?
I wonder who is really abusing their status right now. You're the one using your position as boss to ask your subordinate to help you with a personal issue outside the company. As her older brother, I will not let you keep doing this to Emily.
Oh, older brother. You're Emily's older brother then? In other words, you're the son of the CEO then.
I am also the CEO of Better Life. Thank you so much for attending my father's wedding last week. And I also want to thank you for looking after my sister as she began working within that company.
What that? So you're the young CEO from Better Life?
And for whatever reason, I can see that you are really interested in me. But I'm sorry, I will never be going out with you in any way.
Huh.
I'm not really fond of people that call my sister a useless subordinate, as well as doing other unjust things as she's trying to get her work done.
Wait a minute, Edwin. Oh, I think there might be a bit of confusion. I was just having a more personal conversation with Emily. She's a crucial team member to me, and I felt it was important to communicate on a more human level.
Oh, so you were talking to her on a personal level?
Absolutely. Besides, you and I haven't had the opportunity for a face-to-face chat yet, have we? I believe your opinion of me might change once you get to know the real me. If we were to share a meal, I'm confident you'd reconsider your earlier statements.
You seem quite self-assured, don't you?
Well, I've often been complimented on my looks for someone in their 30s. I'm convinced someone as youthful and active as you would find me rather captivating. And during your father's wedding last week, didn't you observe me frequently? I sensed a bit of a connection between us, didn't you?
Back then, I wasn't actually focused on you. My attention was solely on my younger sister throughout the event. So there weren't any feelings on my part toward you during that time.
Oh,
I frequently discuss work matters with my sister. She often seeks my advice on her professional relationship with you, complaining about feeling undervalued and being assigned less desirable tasks by you. When she assisted you with a project, you'd often attribute any mistakes to her. That toxic attitude of yours is quite apparent.
none of that ever occurred between us. It's possible that Emily is a bit confused about the situation. I don't engage in bullying my subordinates like that, Edwin.
If that's the case, then stop thinking about dating me and refrain from bothering my sister about anything other than work. Ensure that the tasks you assign her align with her responsibilities and nothing more. I'll be heading out now. I just wrapped up a pleasant lunch with Emily and need to return to my responsibilities.
1 hour later. Hold on, what did you do? It seems like that young man now dislikes me. Why did you have to divulge details about our past interactions?
I didn't do anything wrong. I sought his advice in dealing with you. It's true that you consistently labeled me as useless and expressed frustration over mistakes I made while handling your tasks.
Enough with your excuses. Remember, you're still my subordinate, and you have no right to talk back to me. Got it? Go and explain to him how you messed up and lied about our past interactions. Convince him that I'm an outstanding boss and an impressive woman so that he'll warm up to me again. If you fail to do that, I'll have no choice but to terminate your employment.
Terminate me?
Your familial ties with the CEO won't shield you from consequences. Since no one else is aware of your background, being dismissed won't make much of a ripple. If you find my managerial style unbearable, I can expedite your departure.
I must inquire how many individuals have fallen victim to your arbitrary firings. I regret to inform you, Joanna, that your oppressive tactics won't go unchallenged anymore.
Oh,
I've been privy to conversations among other staff members. Stories circulate about those working under you, either leaving voluntarily or being ousted, within a short span. With the company scrutinizing your department closely, it might be wise for you to consider an exit strategy.
What on earth are you talking about, Emily?
don't insinuate that I derive pleasure from terminating my subordinates.
But Isn't that precisely what happens? You seem to enjoy pushing people to their limits, criticizing them relentlessly, and then dismissing them when it suits you. If you attempt to wriggle out of this, rest assured, I've compiled all the evidence required.
Evidence?
When I delved deeper into conversations with some coworkers and employees, they shared everything about your conduct. However, I won't forgive you for your misconduct within my dad's company. Despite enduring your name, calling, and being pushed into difficult situations, I managed to gather enough evidence to ensure you won't get away with it again.
What kind of evidence could you have? You've already chosen to be fired by me, so no one higher up will listen to you. I'm sure that evidence isn't significant anyway.
Nobody has been fired or quit yet, so there are still plenty of ears ready to listen. Ah, and did I mention I spoke with those you fired before? They all provided me with juicy evidence regarding the things you did to them.
What did you say?
I can't believe I was able to gather all this evidence because, given our history, you would have tarnished the company's image. So I've concluded that the only way to rectify this within your department is to have you fired.
Wait a minute. What do you mean, have me fired? I'm one of the big players within this company. I contribute significantly to many sales and customer-related aspects.
But you always delegated your work to subordinates, so perhaps they were the ones truly driving results for the company. All the evidence I've collected will be presented to Hare and they'll evaluate your actions. I'll also inform my dad about this. I'll even ask him to expedite your departure.
You're lying, right?
You know very well that your actions within the company were not acceptable. So please start preparing your things in that office for when the time comes for you to leave. I'm sure that by next week, the decision will be made.
You can't just do this to me. Why do I have to be the one to leave this company? All I did was get rid of subordinates that I couldn't use. Actually, if anything, it's because of them always making mistakes that I had to put in more work to correct them all. You should be thankful that I did all of that.
You really are self-centered about everything? Even after being exposed like this, you're trying to make it seem as though you did the right thing all those times. I might have to show my brother all of this evidence as well later on.
I know what I did was not right for you. I hope you can generously forgive me. I will dedicate my entire life to the company, working to ensure its continuous growth. Above all, I will respect those below me in the hierarchy. And just after that, I was called up to her dad's office, where she was told to never come back to the office ever again. Then, after the company made their final decision the following week, I had to come back in and explain everything while crying. I then followed up by saying that I was so proud to be her boss, and asked that they please let me continue her work with me. Of course my father and everyone agreed with her, saying that she was the best. But then they continued to fire me, and I had to leave the offices for good. This is a very important lesson for me. I had to pay for my mistakes. Looking down on those subordinates is an unforgivable act. I will spend the rest of my life making amends for the wrongs I have committed.
Hello, Haney. I just wanted to share some news. I'll be marrying the CEO, Martin, not you, okay? Do you really believe you're the right match for Martin? I'm the one he's chosen, and I won't have to work again after marrying him.
Lena, what's this about taking Martin from me? If it's a joke, I don't find it interesting. Please, don't send me such messages anymore.
It's no joke, unfortunately, but I think it's hilarious. I've genuinely won Martin over, and he's now mine. You're just a lonely girl right now, and I'm destined to be the CEO's wife. It's like a dream come true.
Are you serious about all this?
Absolutely. Martin prefers me over you. We spent the entire day and night together. He even proposed to me at the most expensive restaurant in town.
Now that you've mentioned it, I remember I couldn't reach Martin yesterday. I was wondering what was going on. And you're telling me it's because you two were together the whole time?
Haney, how many times must I repeat the same thing? I've already made it clear that Martin is now exclusively mine. You dreamed of marrying him and becoming a CEO's wife, but I managed to snatch him away. Now, I'm the one set to marry him. How does it feel to have your fiancé taken by a friend? I think your feelings right now are hard to describe.
Lena, I'm shocked. How could you do this to me? We've been friends since university and I trusted you. I always see you as one of my best friends. But instead you turned around and stole your own friend's fiancé. What you guys did is unacceptable.
I never considered us friends at all. In fact, I've hated you since the day we met. Back in university, I couldn't understand how someone like you, a poor and supposedly unattractive girl, drew more attention from boys than I did. I swore in myself that if you were ever to marry before me, I'd steal your man away first. This has been my plan since university.
What? You mean this has been your plan since our university days? That's absurd.
You don't get it. Our university was prestigious. Children of celebrities and actors study there. I can't understand how someone like you, maybe admitted through charity for poor kids, managed to get in. We aren't on the same level. Just because we studied at the same university doesn't mean we are on the same level. I despise when people forget their place and try to belong where they don't.
I wasn't mean anything like that. And you have no idea how hard I worked in that school. I gained admission into this university solely based on my excellent academic performance. And I admit that attending this university is impossible without the scholarship I received. However, I always believed you were the most kind-hearted person there for me. You used to be my closest friend, and all this time you harbored resentment towards me.
It's puzzling. You put in the effort and became our class valedictorian. But prior to your arrival, I was the brightest student. My parents were wealthy and showered me with love. All the teachers trusted me, and I was a favorite throughout the school. However, everything changed when you showed up. Just because you, the new girl with slightly better grades, were treated like the star of the show, you completely overshadowed me.
Well, are you genuinely trying to blame me for how others treated me? I never requested that kind of attention, you know.
I don't want to hear it. Don't claim that someone like you, a poor nobody, didn't revel in all that attention. And all because you excelled in your studies. It's unfair. You made the time during university miserable for me. Do you realize that?
I do now. At least now, I feel like I understand why you always held this animosity towards me. But I still can't understand why that led you to steal my fiancé. It's been more than 8 years since we graduated university. Are you still upset about that?
Absolutely. I never got over a less privileged person like you trying to rise above their station in life.
And what exactly do you mean by that?
I mean that no matter how hard you tried, after university, I know you never achieved anything worthwhile. And no matter how intelligent you may be now, you're still just someone from a poor family. Just like your less fortunate and ugly parents. Did you think marrying a CEO would be your escape from that life? Well, not if I had something to say about it. I wasn't going to let you leap ahead in life like that. It wouldn't have been fair. That's why I felt the need to put you back in your place.
So, is that the real reason you took Martin from me? Are you stuck in your elementary school, aren't you? I can't believe how childish you behave like that. I've never witnessed classism so blatantly displayed in my entire life. Do you believe we live in a caste system or something? What's wrong with you?
It's remarkably easy to provoke lower-income individuals when you remind them of their true roots. Did you really believe you could simply marry a rich man and then step into a life of luxury? Sorry, but that was never an option for someone like you from a humble background. It's clear that I am a much better match for Martin given my background. I was born and raised in an affluent family.
Your background?
Think whatever you want. It doesn't change the fact that Martin belongs to me, and there's nothing you can do about it. You're just mad at me because I took away your chance at escaping poverty?
After a moment, hey Martin, are you there? I have something to ask you.
What's wrong, honey? I'm at the office, so please text me.
First of all, have you been seeing Lena behind my back? I heard that your parents greeted her parents at our engagement, but I never imagined you would do something like this to me.
Hold on a second. How did you find out about Lena and me? I thought we were so careful to ensure that no one would figure out our relationship.
If you must know, Lena reached out herself just to boast about you and her seeing each other. She even mentioned your proposal in a restaurant. I'd love to hear your side of the story and what you have to say for yourself.
Oh, what? Are you kidding me? Lena told everything to you, didn't she? What was she thinking? How could she do that to me? Well, that girl can be unpredictable. But yes, everything Lena told you is true, even the part about us getting married. But you couldn't have expected our relationship to last, right? You know my parents were against us getting married.
Wait, what? What does that mean? Do you really mean that your parents never wanted us to get married?
Of course they were against it. Open your eyes. Did you ever think you were good enough to be married to me? You were just a poor girl that I took pity on. But there was no way I'd let our families merge.
Are you serious? You did not seriously just say that? I can't believe you, Martin.
Well, I don't know what you expect me to say. It's not like your mom or dad is a businessman or a politician, right? They're just average regular workers. They're poor and ugly. Moreover, didn't your father get ill and have to quit his job anyway? And isn't your mother compelled to reduce her work hours just to look after him? You're taking the major responsibilities for your family, and you're not in an easy situation either.
You have no right to talk about my parents in that manner, Martin. Just because my father is sick doesn't give you the right to criticize him. Moreover, it's because of their hard work that I could afford to attend university. I owe them so much, and nothing will ever take that gratitude away.
Don't misunderstand me. I genuinely admire you as an individual, Haney. You secured a slot at one of the top universities in the country, and I find that truly commendable. However, we originate from entirely different backgrounds. Besides, my entire future depends on taking over the family business, so I can't go against my family's wishes. Otherwise, I'm in serious trouble.
So, why were we even in a relationship to begin with? If this is genuinely how you felt, we shouldn't have started dating at all. I never asked you to cheat on me and date my friend.
You're becoming quite annoying, you know that. I'm explaining the reasons behind my decision. You can accept it or not, but don't attempt to make this personal. It's a matter of business.
Business? Are you seriously calling this a business? Do you think I'm going to believe that, you jerk?
Look, the thing is, I highly appreciate smart women like you, okay? But there are aspects about you that I can't tolerate. Like, you're a bit too intelligent, perhaps even more so than me, and that's a major gap. I'm easily attracted by smart women, but being with you made me realize it's preferable to be with someone like Lena, who may not be as intellectually inclined. It's just much simpler to get her to do what I want than it was with you.
Please tell me you don't genuinely hold such disgusting views about dating women. That's just horrible. Lena seems like some embodiment of classism, and you're simply a terrible sexist. Maybe you two are well suited for each other.
It's not sexist. It's just understanding my preferences, okay? If you really want to know. The final straw for you was when I struggled with a work presentation for a long time. When I finally asked you to take a look, you essentially did the entire thing for me in just 20 minutes. I felt completely humiliated, considering my parents' disapproval of us getting married and your intelligence that sometimes works against you. This seems like the best solution. And to be honest, Lena is much more attractive than you. So it's not unreasonable for me to be interested in her.
So you're implying that I have nothing valuable to offer you then?
In simple terms, yes, pretty much. Whoever thought a man would marry a woman smarter than him? You'd have to be a real fool to do that. Anyway, just acknowledge that it's over and move forward with your life, all right?
A week later.
Hey, Haney, just want to know whether you have received the invitation to our wedding yet. I'm well aware of how much I hate you, but we have to keep up appearances, you know? I invited our friends at university, including you, to avoid raising questions.
It's surprising that you haven't expressed any regret for what happened between us. And now, you audaciously invite me to your wedding.
Come on, don't be so negative. Let's see this as a way to move past everything, okay? I invited you to my wedding for your benefit?
For my benefit? How exactly do you come to that conclusion?
Oh, come on. It's obvious that you're still upset about the breakup and probably still have feelings for Martin. So you can attend the wedding and witness Martin and me kissing, and maybe that will help you snap out of this mood.
Are you kidding me? Is that your reason for wanting me at your wedding?
Well, I also think you'll enjoy it. It's going to be a grand venue with a hefty budget. The decorations will be spectacular, and the wedding venue is decorated with various kinds of flowers. There will be industrialists and famous people, and, well, considering your financial situation, this might be your only chance to have such a fancy experience like this. You are too poor to attend such luxurious wedding like this. Although, I understand that success might make you uncomfortable.
You have the audacity to invite me to your wedding just to show off your wealth. Is that it?
If it sweetens the deal, we're having the wedding catered by a Michelin-starred chef. Additionally, a famous fashion designer will come just to create my wedding dress.
It sounds like quite the event. Are you sure someone like me is welcome?
Well, initially, I was considering something more simple. Then I reconsidered and realized I'm about to marry a future CEO. So there's no need to be modest. I decided to go all out, especially since Martin's parents are happy with my choice of venue.
I'm glad you and his parents are getting along well. They probably find it more comfortable talking to you than they did with me.
Exactly. They like me so much that Martin's dad agreed to cover the entire cost. It's going to be at least $1 million.
Spending $1 million on your wedding? That's unbelievable. Are you sure that's a great decision?
No, it's a great idea. Why would you even question that? Maybe such a poor person like you couldn't calculate too much money.
Yeah, it has to be something like that, Lena.
It's alright. It's unrealistic to expect you to even visualize what $1 million looks like.
I wonder if your father-in-law will be able to visualize it soon, given that he's been arrested.
What do you mean by that?
Haven't you heard the news? Look up his name on Google. He's been making headlines since last night for what he did. I'm concerned about what it might mean for your wedding.
Wait, hold on. Martin's dad has been arrested?
It seems like you have a lot to think about. I might leave you alone for now. But if you really want to know, I don't want to go to your wedding at all. But you convinced me so well that I think I'll show up anyway.
Wait a moment. You can't simply reveal something shocking and then attempt to leave. What's the story of Martin's dad? You need to inform me.
I mentioned it before. You can find the details online. Numerous news covers it. Just search for his name and the term investment fraud.
Hold on, are you saying that he's facing charges for committing fraud?
Yeah, he deceived his own investors. He appropriated funds from numerous individuals and squandered them on a venture. It seems someone may have disclosed evidence of his activities.
No way! This is unbelievable. I had absolutely no inkling of any fraudulent activities. This can't be accurate.
You might want to inform the media that they've misreported, as you were unaware of these events. Anyway, what was the chef planning to prepare for the wedding again?
This is not the time to discuss that. I don't even know if the wedding will happen now. I already sent out the invitations. I was so looking forward to it. This can't be happening to me.
Well, I guess you'll have to inform people of a change in plans and temporarily cancel it. 5 hours later.
Hey, it's just terrible. We had to call off our wedding? This wasn't supposed to happen. What's happening to me?
So, you did end up canceling it after all. Oh no! And I was getting excited about attending your wedding. But don't worry, I'm sure you'll be able to organize a new one once things settle down. You can still have the fancy chef and decorations and everything.
What are you talking about? There's no way that we're ever going to have the wedding again because the engagement is canceled. We're not even married, and we've already divorced.
Hold on. He's not going to marry you anymore.
No, I ended up the relationship. I couldn't allow my family to be linked with his criminal father. Just imagine the harm it would taint my family's reputation. However, Martin is currently refusing to sign the paperwork needed to officially call off our engagement.
I understand. I suppose I'd be upset too if someone attempted to terminate things the way you are.
But you have to help me. Convince Martin to formally dissolve our engagement.
Wait, you're asking me for help. Are you serious?
Absolutely. He insisted on not letting me end things easily. If he doesn't sign the paperwork, we can't officially call off our engagement. You need to come up with something to help me out here.
You can't be serious, right? You're really seeking my assistance?
Please, perhaps you can try to charm him over again. You know his vulnerabilities and preferences. I'm confident that if anyone can help me, it's you. Plus, you get your fiancé back. It's a win-win.
I have nothing to do with him, you, or either of your families ever again. You'll have to find someone else to handle your situation, but it won't be me. Why not ask one of your wealthy friends to do it for you, then?
Do you think I haven't considered that? I reached out to all of them, but none agreed to help. Some even changed their numbers, and I can't reach them.
Well, it seems like they simply don't want to help you. I have no issue getting in touch with anyone from our school days. Maybe they saw the news about your father-in-law and didn't want to be associated with you.
You're kidding me, right? Do you mean our old friends are deliberately avoiding me? But they're not hesitant to stay in touch with someone like you, a normal person?
I suppose they just don't prioritize wealth as much as you do. You're the only one who treats people poorly based on status. Anyway, good luck with your marital issues. 1 week later.
Haney, are you there? Please, you've got to help me. I need your help to escape Lena. She's crazy, and you're the only one I can turn to for help.
What are you talking about, Martin? I understand your dad is facing issues, but times like these should bring you closer to your wife. So seek her help, not mine, okay?
I want nothing to do with that fool. She's incredibly foolish and only seems interested in running away from me. Despite my efforts to safeguard everything the family has built, she only thinks about herself.
You're once again calling her an idiot, huh? But I thought you liked your girls dumb.
Yeah, but not this idiot. I had no idea someone could be this clueless. I've been so preoccupied trying to save the family business that I barely have time to deal with her anymore. I don't know what will break first, my company or my mental state.
I've been keeping up with the news. It seems like you and your family are facing significant trouble.
That's why I need your help. Please. I know you're more intelligent than me. If you could help me review some documents I have, maybe you could find a way to salvage my company from all this. Please, I need you, Haney.
Sorry, but I don't want to get involved with you. You cheated on me, ruined our engagement, insulted my intelligence, and claimed I was uglier than Lena. And you think I want to help you? This is not my problem, and I won't let you or Lena drag me into it. Goodbye.
Wait, Haney.
Later on, I heard on the news that Martin's family company had officially declared bankruptcy, and Martin attempted to rebuild from the ashes. However, the effort didn't go well. Unlike before, it ended up drowning in debt. Lena sought help from her parents, but they believed they had finally rid themselves of her and told her she was now Martin's problem. With Martin's dad in jail and his company's bankruptcy, Martin and Lena decided to move in together until they could figure something out. While they're not married, they realize they have no one else to turn to but each other.
Orly, do you plan on staying in your room all day? I can't keep begging you. I'm tired of shouting for you to come and eat.
I don't want to eat your food. And don't talk to me after what you did.
You are an ungrateful person. I'm trying to help you here. You're about to turn 18. It's a big deal. Many people will try to take advantage of you. I'm sorry for slapping you. I wanted to get some sense into you.
You want me to sign over my inheritance. That's not fair, and it shouldn't be on your mind.
How dare you be so ungrateful after all I've done for you, Orly?
You slapped me and could have hurt me. The money is mine, not yours. Did you pretend to be a good mom to get the money?
If you disrespect me in my house, you have no right to stay here.
So you're kicking me out before I can take care of myself?
Yes, you think you're a grown woman, so act like one. Pack your things and leave tonight. I don't care where you go.
But, Mum, you've heard about the disappearances happening lately.
Open the door and give me what I want. I don't want to ask again.
No, it's my money.
Did you really think I couldn't break down the door and toss you out like the vermin you've become? You're utterly useless to me.
Mom, please reconsider. It's midnight, and I'm penniless. Where am I supposed to go?
Should have pondered that before choosing to defy me, acting so ungrateful. Consider the years of toil I've endured, and you don't wish to compensate me.
I said I could part with some money, not all of it.
You're getting $3 million, and you expect me to settle for a measly $200.
Dad left you with substantial funds to care for me and bought this house.
Cry me a river. Call the cops if you must. It won't faze me. Leave my driveway. I need to sleep.
Astonishing. You're not the mother I thought I knew, and I know who's responsible for this transformation in you.
Oh, come on. Don't speak ill of him. You should be grateful. He's been so helpful around the house.
He lacks a stable job, and you're constantly giving him money. Why let him manipulate you like this, Mom? I'm disheartened by the person you're becoming.
I'm the mother. I'm the one who should be saying that. By the way, your birthday party is off.
Says who? Are you forgetting that Isabella's mom arranged everything? Even if it was your money, she orchestrated and signed for it all.
Well, then enjoy it without me because we're finished.
Hey, are you all right? Did you miss a second period?
I had to consult with a lawyer about my situation. My mom is contesting the will.
Why? She's so resentful. It's not like you won't support her if you have the money.
She thinks I'm too young to handle all that money. Perhaps, but I have a mentor willing to teach me about investing. What I don't want is for that money to fall into his hands.
That guy is a real creep.
Either way, thank you for letting me stay at your place. You were the only one who responded.
Anytime, bestie. You know I've got your back.
We'll be back before the fourth period.
Hey, I wanted to tell you this before anyone else did.
What's up?
The other girls don't want to sit with us at lunch. I think Corbin's daughter spilled the beans. They're saying you're too destitute to sit with them.
Classic Laura. I'm back now.
I saved us a table. I refuse to sit with those phony girls. Did you know they ignored the texts and calls you sent for help?
What? It's unbelievable. Thank you for standing by me.
Of course I will. You're a true friend.
I've known you for only 2 years, but your loyalty surpasses those I've known for years. Loyalty isn't measured by how long you've known someone.
Absolutely right. See you soon.
Hey, I informed your mom that you were at the library. Did you manage to secure the items?
Indeed, I did. The party is going to be fantastic.
How can you muster the nerve to throw a celebration while your mom is unwell?
Is she really sick? I couldn't care less. Does she even acknowledge my existence?
She does. Ease up on your mom. She's done a lot for you.
She not only slapped me, but hurled insults when I tried to assert myself. Is that what motherhood entails?
So where do you plan to stay? You can't crash at friends' places indefinitely. Surely you realize that.
I'll manage. I don't need the both of you.
Why not set everything aside and attend to your mom?
She didn't even give birth to me. Why should I be responsible for her? You claim to love her, so handle it on your own. My birthday party is approaching.
You're insufferable. We'll ensure you get none of that money. Remember, you're not 18 yet.
Do as you please. I'm not intimidated.
You should be. You'll end up with nothing, and perhaps that'll teach you to respect your elders.
You mean nothing to me. Just a freeloader contributing nothing to the household.
There you have it. No party for you.
I meticulously curated the perfect mix for the school's best TJ after going through significant trouble. My bestie had to sneak out of town to get it, and now you've cancelled my party, citing a noise violation. I was attempting to keep quiet until after graduation, but you've pushed me. I'll visit Mom tomorrow. You're not welcome.
How can I be certain you won't unleash your temper on her and cause harm?
Because I'm not deranged. Your daughter Laura is more likely to resort to that.
Refrain from discussing my daughter.
Concentrate on her, not me then.
I refuse to believe a single word you uttered. If you bring such absurdity into my abode again, I won't hesitate to evict you. It seems you derive pleasure from being degraded.
Well, I'm speaking the truth. You can't lay a claim to my inheritance. I secured it a year ago.
I'm well aware of your age. You didn't turn 18 last year.
You didn't give birth to me, and your involvement in my education was minimal. The reality is, I had to repeat a grade.
You did what?
I didn't succeed in the subject you pushed me to take, so I repeated the grade and changed classes to ensure I passed. I kept it from you because I didn't want to disappoint you. Moreover, you got your boyfriend, who strikes me as dubious. So, as soon as I turned 18, I claimed my inheritance and bought a house. I feared you two would marry and cast me aside.
How could you deceive me like that? You clearly didn't come from my womb. It must be your mother's ordinary genes that influenced you.
Don't speak ill of my mother.
Why shouldn't I? Your mother was unhinged. Your father was relieved when she passed away.
He was devastated. Don't defame my mom.
Then I entered his life and brought about change.
But my mother wasn't a bad person. She didn't deserve to die. How can you say such things about her?
Well, she evidently raised you improperly. You're exceedingly ungrateful, despite all I've done for you. You've genuinely surprised me. You're free to leave and enjoy your new house, but I'll never lift a finger for you again.
Fine, as long as we're clear. I'll retrieve all of my belongings then.
Hey, I want to go out and get some food after school. I feel like doing some window shopping at the mall. You don't seem like wanting to go anywhere these days. Aren't you supposed to be furnishing your house?
Yeah, but I've been lazy and busy with school. You should probably stay at home too.
Oh, why would I do that?
I just don't feel safe in this town anymore. Sometimes I feel like someone is watching me. I'm constantly paranoid that someone will find out that I have the money and threaten me.
So, you think your mother would snitch? That wouldn't help her in any way. I think you're paranoid because of the amount of coffee you drink. You must be getting better.
Come on, don't insult my favorite drink. I don't know. I feel like someone is watching me.
It's all in your head, my dear. You'll be fine. Come with me. I saw this little shop that sells antique furniture.
Okay, only because you're buying lunch.
Fair enough.
Isabella, someone broke into my new house.
What the hell?
I just got there. I was speaking to contractors about redoing some of the windows. When I got there, the place was broken into and trashed. Everything was broken. Now I have to restart. I cannot move in when I want to.
Don't worry about where to stay. My parents love having you here. But do you think the attack was personal?
Let me send you pictures. This was personal, and I think I know who did it. You do know that I can press charges against you.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you've done to my house.
And what proof do you have?
I don't have security cameras, but guess what I do have? You dropped a hammer, the one with your initials. Guess you're getting sloppy. I said nothing because I was staying with Mom and you. I used to be scared of you, but I knew that you were shady. I know the kinds of people you hang out with. That was a low blow, and I'm going to make sure you pay for this.
Look, you can go and cry about this to someone else, but I don't give a damn. Check for fingerprints. You won't find a thing.
How can you be so cruel? I have worked so hard on this house. Oh my God, it was you having me followed. It has to be. You're going to jail for this, you creep.
Oh, please. You have no proof of anything, little girl. Don't mess with me.
If anything happens to me, you're going to be the #1 suspect.
Incidentally, he's been released. Never try that again. Why accuse him of such actions against your house?
So, you're involved in this?
Darling, why would I harm you? I'm not that heartless.
I'm not crazy, Mom. You're the one who did it.
By the way, to bail him out, I had to sell some of your trophies.
You sold my trophies. You're a monster and I hate you.
If you can't handle the heat, stay out of the kitchen.
That man is not good for you. He'll destroy you. Be careful.
I won't take romantic advice from you. You're housebreak and shows you're too young for responsibility. Stop being a brat, and I can help.
I don't want your help.
What's happening? Why did we get an eviction letter? Please don't do this.
Leave my house, sell everything, but you won't live here with that criminal. You took care of me, but that doesn't give you the right to steal.
I panicked. I took care of you for so long. It was hard to let go.
You stole my money. He followed me, Mom. How creepy is that?
You had him arrested on false charges. Can't he come back and we live as a happy family?
It's too late. I can't live with a violent man waiting to hurt you.
How can you say that? He's been good to us.
He wants your money.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Fine. I'll do a background search on him to prove he isn't good.
If he has a criminal record, they must know I'm right.
I doubt he does. I hope your investigation is complete.
Yes, I found some shady things, but he wouldn't hurt me.
Tell me, so we can get rid of him.
He's been good to me. I can't just do that to him. I'm sure he can explain.
Mom, you're scaring me. Please leave that house. We can forget everything and move into my house far away from him.
Not with his kid.
You're pregnant?
Yes, I am. He knows and wants to get married. I've wanted to marry him for so long. I love him.
I gave you a chance, but you chose him. You're still getting evicted.
If anything happens to me, do not interfere. I got myself into this.
Okay, fair enough. Something happened to my mom.
What happened?
She found out about my stepdad and hasn't contacted me. It's bad.
What do you mean by that?
What if he finds out I'm snooping and hurts her?
Do you think he's the creeper kidnapping girls?
No, he wouldn't, would he?
He's lucky creepy. Contact him and find out.
My mom is pregnant, making it worse.
You have to find her.
No one's at the house. I should go to the cops.
Don't be hasty. Calling the cops might worsen things.
You're right. I don't need this. I have an exam tomorrow, the last one.
I'm so tired. I can't wait for school to be over.
Same here. After repeating a year, I'm over it. Where are you?
You were right. He's not to be trusted. He gave me the phone to tell you he kidnapped me. If you don't give him the money by tomorrow, he'll end my life.
What? He wouldn't do that. You're carrying his child.
Check your emails.
He did that to you. Oh my God.
I know you wouldn't want to save me. After all, I haven't been a good mom.
I told you, but you didn't listen.
Please help me. I really think he's going to kill me. I'm sorry for all I did.
Where is my mom?
You evicted us, did you not?
She isn't answering our calls. Where is she?
You don't give me what I want, and there will be nothing left of her. You have 2 days. Come alone and I'll send you the location.
My dear, thank you so much for helping me. I wish I hadn't dragged you into this.
You think? I want nothing to do with you after this. I warned you about him, but you didn't listen.
How much money did you give him?
2 million in cash. I think he's out of town already. Did he hurt the baby?
No, I'm not hurt. Wow, I didn't know you cared about me like that. I thought you would never want to see me again and would allow him to hurt me.
I don't care about you. I did this for the baby, and I couldn't have your death on my conscience. I did this merely because I'm a good person, not because I care about you.
You must come over for dinner so we can celebrate my freedom.
No, I don't want to see you. I lost my money because of you.
Please, I have to thank you in some way.
Fine, I'll show up, but with Isabella. I don't trust you. We'll need to discuss how to move forward. Mom, I hope you like the champagne Isabella's mom gave me for you.
Oh my, why is she so sweet? I'll keep it for after I give birth.
There's a lot to celebrate, like the crook being caught.
What? What?
Yes, I gave them marked bills and some fake ones. Got the idea from a series Isabella and I like watching.
Oh my God, why would you do something so dangerous? What if he comes back for us?
He won't come back, nor will he hurt you.
What makes you say that?
Because you two staged a kidnapping.
How do you know that?
Did you really think I believed you? Still up for that champagne? It might be the last one for a while.
I did nothing wrong, and you have no proof.
I just heard from the neighbor that my mom has been taken away by the cops for questioning.
I'm still baffled. How did you know they were tricking you?
I always had bad vibes about that man, so I asked her to look into him. I also installed cameras in the treehouse overlooking the house without them knowing.
He's creepy. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yes, instead, my mom, Corbin, and Laura, his daughter, packed bags and left the house. All three seemed happy. I used a Find My Friends app to track Laura to a lodge.
Damn, girl.
Enid spilled the details about which lodge, and that's how I knew they were tricking me.
So you figured out they were tricking you?
Yes, but I needed to teach them a lesson and get that man out of my life. The things I found out about him are chilling.
How chilling.
Maybe I'll tell you on Halloween.
So you gave him fake bills and waited for him to get caught?
Yes, And the great part is, he's a previous offender, which is not good for his parole.
That's good and all, but what about your mom's baby?
The law will deal with that. She chose to participate in a crime, so she needs to be prepared to do the time.
I have newfound respect for you. You outsmarted 2 grown people.
I knew if I didn't do something, they'd hurt me for the money, so I made sure they got what they deserved.
I'm proud of you for standing up for yourself while acing your exams.
I'm glad too. Now let's have that perfect holiday. I just finished furnishing my house. Let's go for a party. Corbin got about 15 years in prison with parole after 10 years because his daughter turned against him. My stepmom did give birth, but her parents took the baby. She struggled to find a job in town for a while because no one trusted her, so she left. I, on the other hand, went to college after my trip with Isabella and am having the time of my life. Regarding step-parents having access to step-kids' funds, it depends on the individual circumstances, legal agreements, and the relationship dynamics. In many cases, financial matters involving stepchildren are typically handled through legal channels such as custody agreements and wills to ensure fair and transparent arrangement. Hey baby, you haven't been answering your calls. How is the business trip going? I'm sure we'll get the equipment soon. When are you coming back?
Hey, coming back where?
To town, of course.
Oh, scratch that from your to-do list. I am gone for good.
Oh, what do you mean?
Exactly what I mean.
You cannot be serious.
Sadly, I am very serious. Look, I no longer find you appealing. You really suck at everything, and I don't enjoy your company. And you are so spoiled you can't do things by yourself. I don't want to ever be with you.
Where is this coming from? You know how much I respect you. If I have wronged you, please forgive me.
Of course, your existence irks me.
What? I don't believe this. Is there something else I am missing? We were supposed to get married after the business trip.
That changed. Plans change. No. How can I get married to someone like you? Have you checked the mirror lately? You look like a bloated duck.
Hey, please. Easy on me. The insults are too much. Oh, we were cool last week. I don't know what happened, but I am open to seeing a therapist with you. You can't just walk out of everything we shared.
You are really dumb, like your friend said. I said I'm done.
What friend?
Linda, of course. She knows you better than the rest of us, and she can attest to your stupidity. Gosh, it reeks.
Wow, I don't believe my friend can say such a thing about me. I know I am not the most perfect girlfriend, but we can work things out. Is this about the fight we had last week? I thought you forgave me already. Please, let's work things out. And Linda got talking about me. Why is my friend discussing me with you?
Are you saying I don't have a right to talk to your friend about you?
Don't get me wrong, baby. I am very concerned as to why my friend will speak ill of me. But it doesn't matter now. We can weather this storm together. Back on. I'll leave you to your thoughts for now. Hopefully, we can talk this through. What on earth did you disclose to Liam about me?
Greetings to you as well.
Quit the act. Why are you divulging details about me to Liam?
Relax, babe.
He claims you said I'm unintelligent.
Oh, that. I wasn't deceitful, was I? Although I didn't exactly say unintelligent, I merely noted you're naive.
What? Why would you portray your best friend like that?
I had to be truthful. He inquired about you and I shared what I know. If you weren't naive, you would have realized that the young guy isn't interested in you.
How?
Men of his caliber don't adore girls like you. They gravitate towards women like me.
With a companion like you who needs an adversary, why assume my man would be interested in you?
Your man has been pursuing me since he first laid eyes on me.
That is blatantly untrue.
Hold on. Do you believe I would pass up a chance to be with a man like Liam? Absolutely not. I'd regret it deeply if I made such a foolish mistake.
What? Is this not absurd? We are meant to be friends, aren't we?
Oh, dismiss that notion. I am not your friend.
Damn, I didn't realize I had my foe in close proximity all this time.
You're supposed to keep your adversaries close, right? The world doesn't revolve around you. You can't always attain what you desire in life. You gain some, you lose some, but I think you've lost it all because a man like Liam is everything, Lil.
I am utterly sure that Liam wouldn't consider dating you. Yes, we have our disagreements, but we will address them, so don't delude yourself.
That counsel might be beneficial for you. Snap out of your illusions. You've consistently had everything you wanted. You've always been in the spotlight. Everybody adores the amiable Rebecca, and they only tolerate me because they have no alternative. Everyone perpetually desires to hang out with Rebecca, the heiress, lol.
It's not my fault that my parents left me with affluence.
Here she is, feigning modesty. I see right through you. Your lies are transparent.
You know I'd choose having my parents alive over any wealth. You have no idea how painful it is to be an orphan. I thought you were my family. Linda, I've always regarded you as my sister. I ensured you had everything you desired.
You provided those things at the cost of my happiness. You deprived me of genuine joy.
How? Just because I picked you as my best friend when I could have chosen someone else.
Oh, I must be incredibly fortunate to have you as my friend. There it is. You think you did me a favor by being my friend?
Regardless, I should have realized earlier that you're not a genuine friend. You've always displayed envy towards me, but I brushed it off, thinking it was just youthful exuberance. I still recall the rumors you spread about me. That should have been my signal.
You need no further signal. You can exit my life the way you entered. Come on, do you think I'll ever forget what you did with Frederick?
What Frederick?
No need to pretend, darling. Frederick Lang, who was supposed to date me, but he chose to date you when he saw you.
What in the world? But you said it was okay for us to date.
Oh, your self-centeredness must have clouded your judgment. You shouldn't have dated a guy like that.
Linda, you've held on to that resentment for years. Seriously.
It's not a memory I can quickly erase from my mind.
So you believe dating Liam will erase that memory?
It goes beyond that. I'm prioritizing myself, and I couldn't care less about what happens to you. Enjoy your wretched and solitary existence. You should feel the pain as well. As for me, I'm going to relish my fantastic life with my man. We're jet, setting around the globe.
He'll never be your man.
Keep living in your delusions. I'm out of here.
It's been a week, and you've chosen to ignore my calls.
I'm not under any obligation to answer your calls anymore. Our relationship is over.
You didn't even have the courtesy to end things with me. Linda had to do that.
You weren't ready to face the reality.
I'm still in disbelief. Well, I don't think this should impact our potential business venture, should it?
What business are you referring to?
Hold on. This is not the time for jokes. You forfeited that right when we ended our relationship.
No one is playing tricks on you. I'm simply asking about the business you mentioned.
I invested some funds for importing equipment for the production company we intended to establish. $5 million. That's what I am discussing.
You didn't transfer the money to my account, did you?
But you introduced me to the suppliers, claiming they were your business associates. The only time I communicated with them was through you. Don't test my patience.
And what exactly are you planning to do? Nothing, my dear. You're just a pushover.
Yes, for love I may have been a pushover, but now that we are no longer together, I'll prove I'm not gullible. I intend to recover every penny of my money.
There's no evidence that you ever gave me any money, so it's your word against mine. Moreover, why assume I would even consider doing business with you?
What are you even talking about?
No one in their right mind would want to engage in any business dealings with you. You lack the vigor required for entrepreneurship.
Amazing. You only discovered this after I entrusted you with the funds for our business?
I've got no time for you.
Hey, did you catch my latest post on Instagram? Oh, I get it. You're too resentful to extend congratulations.
What are you on about? I've already unfollowed you on social media. Consider yourself fortunate that I haven't erased your contact.
Well, you can do that after I share my good news.
What do you expect me to do with that?
Don't tell me you've added blindness to your list of problems, Liam proposed, and I'm getting married.
Impressive. Should I offer my congratulations, considering you're about to be a second wife?
Huh, what do you mean?
Oh, he conveniently forgot to mention his existing marriage and 2 kids.
Liar, my man has never been married.
Naturally, that's the narrative he spun for all of us. Maybe you're in for the same experience I had with him.
You're just upset he chose me over you.
Trust me, there's no bitterness on my part, except maybe for the money he swindled from me. But I'll recover it. He won't escape unscathed.
Why do I have to believe you're saying?
You don't have to trust my words, but visuals don't deceive.
What the hell is this?
You're quite vindictive. How dare you attempt to ruin my relationship?
You've got some audacity. Are you anxious that your deceit is exposed?
I am never afraid.
Oh, dear, you should be terrified because the reckoning coming your way is substantial.
It's been 2 months, and all I hear from you are hollow threats. Move on, and cease interfering in my personal affairs.
Believe me, I didn't intervene. Your jubilant fiancée willingly shared the news with me. I'm sure you did an excellent job manipulating her. Well played.
I'm pleased you acknowledge how smooth I am. Rest assured, she didn't believe a word you uttered.
I'm willing to bet she didn't. Hopefully, she realizes you're a con artist before it's too late.
Stay out of my affairs.
Don't you want to know how I unearthed your deceitful secret?
I don't care.
In that case, I could easily contact your wife to disclose your extramarital exploits.
Hold on. How did you get my wife's number? How did you discover everything?
I'm doing what I should have done earlier, and I'll take every measure to ensure you face the consequences for your malicious actions.
Did you tamper with my accounts?
Well, hello to you too. What seems to be the issue?
All my accounts are frozen.
That's peculiar, especially considering your supposed intellect. How did that transpire?
Perhaps you have an answer.
Why assume I'm responsible? It could have been a co-conspirator of yours, a fellow fraudster.
I contacted my associate in the bank, and he informed me that the FBI froze the accounts, launching an investigation.
And you suspect me?
You've been hurling threats my way since our parting.
More like since you swindled my funds.
I suggest you cease.
Why? Because you say so.
I'll make you an offer. I'll return a portion of your money. Just make this predicament disappear. After all, you didn't earn that money.
You deceitful scoundrel. My parents toiled for that wealth, and I also put in effort. You should experience the agony you subjected me to. I entrusted you with all my funds, and you absconded with it.
Rebecca, come on. You possess numerous properties from your parents.
Properties inaccessible to me until I turned 28.
I was unaware. I can't evade authorities indefinitely. Please retract the case.
It's not a personal vendetta. It's you versus the government, your testimony against the irrefutable evidence. They only require you to account for the funds in your bank and those transferred to your offshore account. I warned you consequences awaited.
Spare me this. I'll reimburse the money.
Your accounts are inaccessible. What? How did you acquire that image?
Consider it a showcase of my capabilities if I don't receive confirmation that my accounts have been unfrozen. Everyone on the internet will witness what Rebecca, the daughter of wealth, is made of. What are your thoughts? Not pleasant, right?
You cannot engage in such actions. It is unlawful to disseminate explicit images.
At least I'll know I didn't succumb without resistance.
Is exposing my body to the entire world your grand plan? This crude attempt at blackmail is your strategy. Perhaps a more inventive approach is in order.
Let's ascertain who needs ingenuity.
What are your demands?
Persuade the FBI to halt their actions.
I lack the authority to do that.
Do you presume I'm oblivious to the assistance you're receiving from one of your father's acquaintances? Fulfill the necessary steps, and your compromising secret will remain concealed. If I don't receive positive news in 2 days, then I'll proceed to release the image. You genuinely dared me. I'm left with no choice but to unveil the picture.
Cease your empty threats. If you possessed the image, you would have shared it already.
Are you challenging me?
Undoubtedly. Why don't you share the image now?
I'll retrieve it from my storage. Wait, it's not there. Have you breached my phone's security?
For a fraudster, your lack of awareness is striking. Phones can be compromised. All I did was love you, yet you chose to treat me horribly. I loved you wholeheartedly, and you repaid me by ruining my life.
I never intended to cause you pain. I was desperate for money.
You could have pleaded. I've assisted beggars before.
Rebecca, I understand your anguish. You must learn to let go.
Hurt. I'm beyond hurt now, especially when I'm on the brink of confronting you. If I hadn't been vigilant, you might have published my pictures or extracted more money from me. The days of my naivety are behind me, thanks to you. You inadvertently taught me wisdom.
Look, perhaps I erred, but I'll attempt to rectify this.
Maybe you exploited an orphan. I was on the brink of destitution, and you took advantage.
How can you comprehend poverty when everything was handed to you?
You mistreated me solely because I was affluent. Your nemesis has arrived, and evasion is no longer an option.
What do you mean?
The FBI has finally caught up with you.
How? Please intervene. Don't let me face the consequences.
Embrace the reality. Facing the consequences is inevitable.
Rebecca.
Hey, Rebecca, can we talk now?
Hi, Linda. How's your time in Santorini? I got the name right this time.
I'm not in Santorini.
Oops, did you choose another island?
Liam says he had issues with his account.
Oh, that's really touching. How long is this issue going to be?
He didn't say, and now he's nowhere to be found.
Maybe he went on a business trip.
I'm not sure. His phones are switched off.
He will call you. Don't worry, darling. You'll go to Santorini.
I don't have a good feeling about everything.
That shouldn't be my business.
I know I shouldn't be in your dom, but you're about the only person I can talk to.
Definitely not. You can talk to Liam's sister. She'll be able to tell you where Liam is.
I don't have her contact.
I most certainly do.
Rebecca, I am getting in trouble now.
Oh, that's a strong word to use. What's wrong?
Liam was indeed married. You were right.
And I really hate to be, but I'm sure he loves you.
Oh no, I can't believe I was stupid.
I guess I can officially welcome you to the Dumb Club.
Well, I can't believe this happened to me.
It's unbelievable, but what do you have to lose?
I am pregnant with him.
How so? You can't decipher pregnancy in the first 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
We started dating 6 months ago.
That's almost as soon as I started dating him, you witch.
I'm sorry, okay? I need to find him and make sure I get my money from him before he spends it.
Wow.
That money belongs to my parents. I convinced them to invest in his business. I'll definitely find that son of a witch.
You can check him in jail.
What the hell?
Oh, he was never going to go scot-free after he decided to dupe me of $5 million.
But he told me you made a bad business decision.
That's what he tells your gullible self. You can visit him in jail. Ha ha ha! Isn't Karma a sweet witch?
Rebecca, you are all I've got. Please, let's fight this fight together.
Oh, I'm not fighting anymore. I am done fighting. Bye, and congratulations on the little Liam on the way.
How could you? Liam's image of us has been circulating online with various captions. How could you subject me to that?
Am I a photographer? What's your implication?
Quit the act. You were the one who reported him to the FBI. They must have obtained the picture.
How does that concern me?
It concerns everything, Rebecca. You've utterly ruined me. People now view me as an accomplice?
Then perhaps you should be behind bars if the FBI sees it that way. Be grateful I didn't request them to investigate and arrest you.
You might as well have done that. Now I can't secure employment. Everyone deems me a fraudster.
Well, that's unfortunate.
You fail to comprehend, don't you? I need to provide for my child. My parents are financially strained because of me. What should I do now?
Is that my responsibility?
You're reveling in the fact that you've utterly destroyed my life. Either you help me find a job or compensate me, or I'll expose to the world how you supposedly murdered your parents.
What?
Oh, you believe I'm unaware that you poisoned their food.
How dare you? I didn't poison my parents.
You confided in me that you feel guilty about your parents' death.
I didn't know you were this malevolent. I confided that I feel guilty for surviving when I could have perished with them, given the poisoned food by our cook. You're nothing but a deceitful person. You've just reopened a wound I've been wrestling with. Having you as a friend was the gravest mistake of my life.
I'm sorry. I'm just desperate.
Desperation seems to be your perpetual state. Please exit my life and refrain from returning.
I have nowhere to go.
Not my predicament, is it? Let's stop an end. I will block you forever. Bye for now.
Greetings, Rebecca.
Hey, prisoner.
Rebecca, I express regret for the distress I caused you. Incarceration has imparted numerous lessons, and I earnestly desire to rectify my wrongs with everyone. My life is presently in disarray, and I truly require the support of those who care for me.
Return to your familial abode, to your spouse and offspring.
She divorced me and relocated with the progeny. I am bereft of possessions. Everything I amassed has been confiscated. The scant properties registered in my wife's name have been appropriated.
The bitterness of your predicament must be profound. How does it feel to confront the repercussions of your own actions?
I apologize for the pain I inflicted upon you. I merely seek employment and a modest dwelling.
Shelters in the vicinity can assist you in securing employment. Refrain from contacting me henceforth. The winds of life are capricious. Today, everything may seem auspicious, but in the next moment a tumultuous ride of experiences awaits. I have encountered betrayal, and I aspire to shield others from similar fate. Consequently, I initiated a security venture, aiding individuals in looking out for potential friends, romantic partners, or business associates. The liquidation of all his assets ensued to settle the debts, as they originated from illicit gains. Those wicked beings will being paid for what they did. Linda quit custody of her child due to her inability to provide care. Her familial ties disintegrated as a consequence of her actions. Forgiveness proved elusive. A recent accolade bestowed upon me celebrates my distinction as the most accomplished young CEO. This newfound love in my life bears no resemblance to the reprehensible individual of the past. Liam, on the other hand, has found himself in jail once more after giving in to the temptation of deceitful activities. Presently, I revel in a gratifying life, exercising control over my parents' estates and corporate holdings. How would you cope if those nearest to you were orchestrating a betrayal throughout your life?